You are listening to Lone Star Community Radio on 104.5 KCZW LP Conroe and 106.1 KZCC LP Conroe, and worldwide on irlonestar.com.
Hey, what's going on, Conroe? Man, it feels good to be back. It is Taylor and Son and Taylor. We are YPC, Young Professionals of Conroe, here to greet you this Friday afternoon at noon. That's right, everybody. Please tune in if you're watching us, or if you're not watching us, or if you have some friends that you want to be watching us. Tune in to 104.5 and 106.1 FM here on your local Conroe stations, and or follow YPC 936 all over the social media board. Everywhere you go, it's YP6. Hey, Son, how you doing today?
Man, I'm doing great. How are you doing?
I'm doing great, man.
Hey, let me first say welcome back.
Oh, that's nice.
Welcome back.
It's so good to be back.
Man, we're glad to have you back. I didn't want to put your business out there, but if you want to let the people know, the listener, what happened, why you were out, you're more than happy to, but no pressure to you, okay? Just saying, if you want to talk to them and tell them what happened to you, no pressure to you at all, okay?
I want to keep it short and sweet. 2 major events happened back to back. One of them, I caught on fire. I got burned. Burns are not fun. Second one, my wife had an incident. She's okay. We're both okay. And we love each other more and more each day. And let's leave it at that.
Well, I'm glad that Elle is doing better.
What about me?
I'm going to get to you. Calm down just a little bit, okay? Your wife, such a sweetheart. Love her to death. I'm glad that she's doing good. When you called with the news, it freaked me out. I'm like, what?
It freaked me out too, man.
I'm pretty sure, man. Like, we were worried.
That was the scariest moment of my life. When you see somebody that you love so much and their life's in danger, at least in your eyes. And I mean, it was for me. And I didn't know at a certain point, I really didn't know if she was going to make it. So she did. She's alive. I can prove it. And
that's amazing. That's the great thing. But hey, thank goodness for Elle.
Yeah, thank goodness for Elle.
She's a strong woman.
She is.
Strong woman.
She's inspirational.
And now to you. We're glad to have you back. Hey, you don't have to be like this, okay? And could you button up the first? Could you button up two
it's
buttons?
It's hot in here.
Yeah, it's hot, but ain't nobody want to see your chest hair, especially when I'm directly looking at you.
Look at my eyes.
But you so
don't look down here. I have eyes. They're up here.
You're so hairy.
Like a foot high.
Your beard look like your chest hair. Your chest hair look like your beard hair.
Tell me I'm sweet, man.
You're a hairy like animal.
No, tell me I'm sweet.
You're hairy.
You said my wife was sweet. What?
Okay.
Tell me I'm sweet.
I will tell you you're sweet later, but first of all, let's talk about the fire incident, Mr. Fireman.
So I was coated. Why do you see how he put off the compliments? So I was coated in primer and
Hold on. Walk us through it. What were you doing? We want to be there with you. We want to picture this. I want to picture it.
Why you smile when you say that?
I just want to picture, because you know I like playing with fire. You know that, right?
You want to picture me in pain?
No, I like fire, and I'm very bad with it. I shouldn't be around fire, but I want to picture there with you. I'm there with you. Just go ahead.
I was painting. I was a dum-dum, and I was taking the Kills primer, and I was wiping my brush on my shirt, and which was soaking through, and I got it on my arm. Why are you smiling like that?
No, go ahead. Because I'm picturing it already, okay? I can see it.
Then, after I got done painting, I went home, and I went to go start a brush fire. Well, when I started that brush fire, I caught on fire.
I'm sorry.
I don't have any throwable objects.
I'm sorry. I'm
And
glad.
it wasn't a pleasant experience, man.
I'm glad you're alive.
All I could see was fire. I thought I'd stepped into the fire. I didn't step into the fire. It took me seconds, I think, to realize, oh no, I'm on fire. And then my dumb behind did not stop, drop, and roll right away.
What
I
happened?
jumped in the air, did 2 chicken-like 360s, like I was flapping my wings trying to fly. And then fire went out, and then I thought I was fine until I looked down at myself and realized that skin was hanging off my arm, and you could see some of that fatty tissue layer in some spots. And I thought, oh no, I'm not fine. But hey, they're not kidding.
Hey, all I know is that
What is
this is
that?
what it reminds me of when he said he caught on fire.
Since
You know what I'm talking
the
about?
world's been turning.
Yes,
I did start the fire though.
that's exactly what you remind me of when you caught on fire. This music started
Harry
playing.
Truman, Doris Day, Red China, Johnny Ray.
So you caught on fire. You went through fire. You didn't drop. Well, you panicked.
I didn't know right away. I still didn't know that I was on fire. It did not click. It's still, even when I was jumping, it didn't click in my head. In my head, there was no way that I was actually on fire. So the thought to stop, drop, and roll didn't happen until after the fire was out, because then I realized how far away from because I couldn't see anything other than flames. So I didn't know where I was, if I was standing in it, or there was that, it was just this unknown moment. So
Wow.
I really wasn't sure.
When did you stop, drop, and roll?
I didn't.
So
Fire
how,
went out. I jumped and spun in circles, and the fire went out. Don't try that at home.
like a little ballerina?
No, not like a ballerina. I'm not kidding, man. Like a chicken, squawing, jumping, like
Screaming?
"Wah!"
Screaming?
No, I didn't scream. I didn't scream at all. I calmly, from that point, walked into the house, knocked on the door, said, "Hey, I need some help." I got yelled at. What? And then I said, "Hey, I need some help." And then it was, "What do you need help with?" And then I said, "I need to go to the hospital." And then it was, "Oh," because I never admit when
How can you walk
help?
inside so calmly say, hey,
I was calm all the way to the hospital too. I sang a song as the pain started to increase. I was singing whatever that song's called.
we didn't start the fire?
No, that would have been a good one. It was on the radio, and it was that whole that song from White Chicks by Vanessa Carlson, right, Dick? You know that. Son would know.
I would not know.
And I would walk a thousand.
No, that's not the
If
song.
I could just see you tonight.
No, I don't Oh, okay. Okay. Stop
And I
right there.
need you.
Don't sing anymore. Got it.
Yeah.
But
so
I
I was singing that on the way to the hospital, and it wasn't until then that I got cranky because the pain was getting so high.
Unbelievable. That is amazing how you was just so calm.
It didn't hurt at first, brother. For 5 or 7 minutes, it was, and then it was just going to town. But either or, that's enough about that.
Amazing. Well, I'm glad you're alive.
Tell me I'm sweet, man.
You're sweet.
That's nice.
I'm
Y'all
glad
heard
you're
it.
alive. Hey, which side was burnt?
My right side.
Your right side.
The side that I write with.
Did you lose some hair?
A lot. Yeah.
Wow.
Don't. It's not a good thing, man. It's not a positive moment.
Can you see his hand? Show them your arm.
You can't see anything.
Well,
It's
put it
all
in the
wrapped
camera
up.
right here.
It's here.
Look at that.
It's all wrapped up. No one needs to see that.
Unbelievable. Don't ever do it again.
I won't.
You know what? I had a very similar incident.
Did you?
Yeah. So brake cleaner is very flammable. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, of course, I got oil on the ground, and I took a rag, and I was using my foot to try to dry up the oil with the rag.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, because I had spilled oil on the ground, which spilled on my pants. Okay,
Fun.
and I went ahead and did one of those. I wanted to see if oil could catch on fire. So I took some gasoline or no brake cleaner, and I squirted little line like that, and then I lit up a fire, and then of course it traveled, went to the oil, it didn't
Yep.
catch on fire, right? Because I think oil has to have a burning point. It has to be very, very hot in order for
does.
it to catch on fire. So I sprayed oil on the. I sprayed brake cleaner on the oil, did the little stream again, and boom, lit it, right? But when I lit it so close to my foot, and my leg caught on fire with the oil. I'm like, oh! But it wasn't as worse as you. I was able to
It
put
wasn't
it out
that bad?
quick.
No?
No.
No, I've had my pants caught on fire before. I was much closer to a body of water, though. So
Oh, my God.
I jumped in, lost my phone. That was about the worst thing that happened.
Oh, I got to
And a
show
pair
you
of pants.
something. Yesterday, the generator fell on me. So
I'm sorry.
that big
You
generator.
okay?
I'm good. My wife was scared because it landed right on top of me. So imagine my lift picking up the generator, right?
Yeah.
So I held it like this, and I was pressing on a button to lift the generator up on the lift to put on the truck. And I was like, this is a good idea. All of a sudden, it wasn't stable. And then, boom, came crushing down on me. I got a video, too, so you can
Show me
see
that
it.
after the show.
I will. So, let's see. Besides all that, we're glad you're alive. We're glad Elle's doing fine. Hallelujah.
Hallelujah.
Hallelujah. So we'll go and let's talk about what's going on this week.
Hey, so this Saturday begins, I will be teaching a yoga/global postural stretching course beginning at 202 Main. Saturdays at 11 and Mondays and Wednesdays at 11 a.m. and Mondays and Wednesdays at 6 p.m. And 2 weeks from now, YPC and myself and Son and maybe Dick, putting him on the spot, we'll be having a Miles for Trafficking event beginning
right.
April 1st. That is
April
a
1st.
virtual walk/run. You get to log your miles. First person that runs or walks 100 miles gets a free new pair of Saucony running shoes.
You said 100 miles?
100 miles. Wow. That's really not that much. Hey, man, it's a $200 to $250 pair of shoes.
I know, but how long will it take a normal person, an average person, to walk 100 miles?
What do you mean what's an average person?
Just you and me.
I don't know what that
anybody,
is.
just a regular person.
Well, I know I could get 100 miles done in like 2 or 3 days.
Really?
Yeah.
Walking back and forth from home, working around, everything?
I would run it.
You're not normal.
I can't run 100 miles in a day
That's
yet.
not normal. That's not normal. But hey,
Well,
we
you
encourage
asked
We
me. I
encourage-
asked, what's the average person? And you said, well, you're an average person.
I take that back. He's not average at all.
How long would it take you? You run?
I don't know. I don't know how many footsteps a day, steps a day that equals a mile.
Well, do you track your steps?
I don't.
Why not? You have a phone.
I do. But I don't.
Why not?
I just don't.
Don't you? What kind of phone do you have?
I have the best phone there is out there.
What's it called?
It is called the 8T.
I don't know what that is,
One
man.
Plus 8T.
OnePlus?
8T. It's an Android device.
Do you have well, you don't have Samsung Health.
I don't.
Do you have, like the Under Armour app?
I do.
Why don't you track? Do you let it use your location?
I'm going to say this again. I just don't.
Why?
I just don't.
Will you start?
For you, I will.
That's right.
Monday.
Monday.
Miles for Trafficking. I would do that
But
Monday.
Monday doesn't start Monday. Miles for Trafficking doesn't start Monday.
When does it start?
April 1st.
I would do it on April 1st.
There you go.
Okay.
Then you're going to be tracking everything.
I will be tracking you.
Why are you going to track me?
Because it's for Miles for
Don't
Trafficking.
Life 360 me.
All right. Anything else we got going on?
There's a lot of stuff going on here in downtown Conroe. Actually, our special guest today has got some stuff going on today. Him and many others.
Before we get to that, let's start with
What
what's
else
going on
There's some stuff going on at B52, Copperhead,
in Southern Star,
and Southern Star,
Bartlett's Distillery,
Bartlett's, the Ferm.
Margaritaville, all that good stuff. If you are looking for something to do this weekend with the family, by yourself, with your significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, boyfriend, whatever it may
Your
be.
boyfriend's girlfriend.
Your friend, mother, and you.
She chooses to unidentify.
Exactly. Hey, go to any one of these events. I think you'll have fun regardless of where you go. We got starting out, B52 have a Montgomery County barbecue cook-off or whatever on Saturday. Go check them out. Southern Star has a live show, Aramite and Via Linda at Southern Star on Saturday. Free concert.
What's Aramite?
It's a band, I believe. It's a band, but it is supposed to be hot. So go check them out. Southern Star this Saturday, B52 this Saturday. If you're looking for a place to hang out, B52 has a different type of atmosphere than Southern Star. They're both outdoors, indoor, but regardless,
Outdoor, indoor establishments. You can
Exactly.
pick or choose.
Still great brewery. Copperhead has a nice tap room. Go check them out. Barless Distillery open Friday, Saturday. Go check them out. Margaritaville has the Havana Nights going on again this week. Saturday, they have a Roll Your Cigar and rum. Some rum drinks, but check them out. Barlett's going to be out there with their special rum. Also, special event going on tomorrow. If you don't know, you will know. The Ferm is opening. And when I say the Ferm, it's a new meadery place in downtown Conroe.
A new meadery.
Exactly. If you don't know what that is, our guest is actually going to come in and tell you about what a meadery is, or what Ferm is, or what meadery is, or mead is.
What mead is.
What mead is. I
What
didn't know
mead
what it
is.
was. Mead.
What's barbecue?
Not meat, mead.
What's barbecue?
Barbecue. I don't know. You tell me.
Oh, I don't know. You said that they had a barbecue event or whatever.
Oh, at B52. Montgomery
Yeah.
County Barbecue at B52. Fling Market. So go check them out, okay?
What's fling?
I don't know. It's just a title.
Fling.
Fling.
You fling it?
Like you're flinging something.
Sounds like a food fight.
It is a food fight.
It's a
So,
barbecue food fight.
It's a It's a barbecue food fight. So yes, Friday it is a soft opening for the Ferm, who's opening up in downtown Conroe. Go check them out. Our guest today will be the owner of the Ferm. He will actually come in and tell you about his mead, his company, and what they're all about. Other than that, guys, that's pretty much it for current events.
I was blowing everybody kisses. I think that is about it for our current events. I know that we have a very special event coming up. We have a wonderful, wonderful guest. It's so special.
Yes. After the break, we'll bring him in.
When are we having a break?
Just now.
Uh-oh. Oh, no. They're closing in on us. The break is coming. We're going to be back, I promise.
Listen in Mondays at noon to hear Conroe news from local nonprofits, businesses, upcoming events, Conroe Park events, news stories, and information that matters to you with your host, Margie Taylor of Taylorized PR. For more information about being a guest, visit irlonestar.com/Conroe Culture.
Hey there, everybody. I'm Taylor Cobion with the OC Wellness in Conroe, Texas, and I'd like to start this off with a question. What's the most important part of your health? That's right, psychology. If your mind isn't in it, then you aren't in it, and that's the biggest part of my job, increasing your drive, energy, and personal happiness. While I'm looking for people experiencing chronic disease, pain, and fatigue, the first step to helping these people, aka you, is by assessing their and your mentality. The information and marketing out there can tend to lead you down a dark rabbit hole, but you've got to remember that your mind and body are what? An original. And you are the what? The captain. Together that's original captain, and that's what the OC stands for. Do you know anyone who visits the chiropractor but still doesn't experience lasting relief? If so, please send them my way. I'm Taylor Cobion, owner of the OC Wellness, reminding you to keep your health and wellness original.
A Lone Star Community Radio is looking for those who are interested in hosting their own talk show, with monthly and weekly slots available on Conroe's FM 104.5, 106.1, and on irlonestar.com. Start your own podcast, create your first YouTube channel, and be on TV. Contact Lone Star Community Radio online at irlonestar.com or call the station message line at 936-647-3776 to take your first step into the radio world.
What's going on, everybody? Again, it's good to be back. We are here, Son and I are here with a very, very, very special guest. His name is Mike Mead. Is that right?
Yeah, you can work that, but if I do the volume control on my headphones like this, it's pretty cool.
There you go.
I like that. I
Mr.
like that.
DJ.
There you go, DJ. Yeah, Mike Rape. It's good to be here.
Wait.
What?
Mike what?
Rape, R-A-P-E. That's
R-A-P-E?
it. R-A-P-E.
I thought it was Mike Mead.
No, well, meat is what I make.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. It's easy to get confused, right?
It is, especially when you're drinking.
Got
What do
him.
you haven't even drank anything that we brought today.
He
We'll
has
get to that
not.
soon.
We'll get to that in a little while.
We'll get to that.
Mike Mead.
Mike Mead.
Mike Mead.
Hey, you know, I learned the other day a secret in broadcasting that Dick loves it when you tap on the mic.
Yeah, it's a lot of fun. It makes his day.
I think he's going to throw something.
I tried to find something to throw earlier. I couldn't. They've moved everything.
Why would you want to throw something?
Because you were being rude.
How so?
I'm not going to bring it back up. You're setting me up for failure.
Setting you up on fire?
Nope. See, there he goes.
Yeah.
There he
Yeah.
goes.
You ever wonder what happened to his arm?
Don't ask me what happened to my arm.
I'm sure it was a bad bar fight.
It was.
No.
Yeah.
Oh, it was.
It
It was. It
Is-
was.
is-
Mike, how did you come to be in Conroe?
Okay, yeah, here we go. It's called Change the Subject is what happened here.
That's exactly
yeah.
what happened.
Well, first of all, we have empty cups, but Conroe, I was born and raised. Actually, I wasn't. I was born in Houston, been in Conroe since I was 2, so that's a little over 23 years. I'm lying. But it's been a long time. Conroe High School graduate, class of 1989. My
Nice.
wife, class of 1991. She is my partner in Mead, partner in crime, partner in whatever. She is always there for bail, so I'm happy for her for that.
Okay.
That's a big plus.
Yeah, it is. It is.
Same
Yeah.
high school?
Same high school, absolutely.
High school sweethearts?
No, we actually didn't start dating until after high school. She was dating. It's kind of a funny story, you know, totally not Mead related, but she was dating one of my very good close friends while in high school, and okay, so she's gonna kill me probably, but yeah, so she was dating one of my
She
close
can.
friends.
You're here.
Yeah, I
you
am.
know you're alive.
and that door does lock, right?
It does.
It
Okay,
does.
good. You might
But not
want to
that
turn
one
that
over
sign. Why did you put me with the back
We
to
have
the
a
door that
special
doesn't
guest.
lock? My wife. Hey. So she was dating one of my best friends in high school,
Okay.
and they dated forever. She had a friend that was did just moved back into town that she was friends with when she was younger, and she goes, you know what? This friend's always hanging out with her and her boyfriend at the time. I'm tired of her being the third wheel. I need to set her up with somebody. Well, who does she call? She calls me. Sets me up with her best friend, right? So we're doing all these double dates. It's fun. It's cool. Prom together. And they, when he graduated and went off to the Coast Guard, they split up. My girlfriend at the time and I split up. And I went to Robert, who was the twin brother, or David, who was the twin brother of Kathy's ex-boyfriend. I said, hey, do you mind? You think Robert wouldn't mind if I asked Kathy out? And he goes, heck no, go for it, ask her out. And then he looks at me and goes, hey, do you mind if I ask Kim out? I was like, yeah, heck, go for it, no problem. So it's kind of one of these switch things, right?
Wow.
So I've now been married to Kathy for 26 years, very happily married. David, who's been married to Kim, my ex-girlfriend. Remember, David was Robert's twin brother. David's been married to Kim for 27 years.
Ah,
So, yeah,
that's a fun story.
fun story. Yeah, fun fact about me and Kathy.
Interesting.
Okay, wait.
Very interesting.
So, his name was David?
Yeah.
Did he drink?
I probably shouldn't divulge some of our high school
Did you drink
antics.
at that time?
No, not at all.
Not at all.
Not at all.
What about
No.
your wife?
Mom, I swear I didn't
So
drink,
Mead
Mom.
most certainly wasn't involved.
Yeah, no.
No. Was
Oh, my
Mead-
wife drank like a fish.
Was it even invented back then?
Mead. Come on, don't say meat. It's M-E-A-D, son.
Mead.
There's no T
Mead.
in mead.
Mead's
Mead.
been
So
around.
Mead.
So
The
you say
Vikings
you
drank
say
mead.
was it even invented back then? Like I'm a gray-haired old man, right? So first of all, mead can arguably be stated as one of the first fermented
He's right.
beverages in history, even before wine and even before beer.
Didn't the Vikings drink it?
Why, you might ask? Did he just ask why, right?
I did.
He did. Okay, so I'm going to answer that question. Mead only needs one thing to ferment. That's water. Okay, there's natural yeast in the honey from the nectar and the flowers that the bees collect. There's natural yeast in the air. There's natural yeast on fruit. There's natural yeast on the leaves outside. So if you have a fermentable sugar and you have water and you have yeast in the air and it lands, which it always does, it will always ferment if you add honey or water to honey. So it needs no other human interaction or human intervention to ferment. Beer could probably state the same thing. Not much of a beer brewer. Wine, maybe. But think about the hunters and the gatherers millennia ago when they're traveling around, going on hunts for their family and they've got sacks of water, right? They got their cloths of water. And they come upon a honeycomb or a bee's nest, and they go in there and they grab out the honey, right? What are they going to do with it? They're going to put it in their sacks. Well, as soon as they put it in their sack the next day, it's starting to ferment. It's got a closed environment, okay? It's got a little bit of oxygen in there. It's got water. And remember, honey only needs two things to ferment, water and yeast. The honey already has natural yeast on it. So by the 7th day, it's already at 6-8% alcohol. By the 14th day, being left in that sack, it's at 12-13% alcohol. So that's all you need. I mean, it doesn't need any other intervention other than just a caveman or a Mongol or whomever else just throwing some honey in one of his water sacks and then letting it sit there for 4, 5, 6 days.
Speaking of, son, ask him why in his logo he's got a bee.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
Taylor wants to know why you have a bee.
So why do I have a bee? Okay, so if you look at the bee, it's actually got several parts to it. Naturally, bees are the source of the goodness that we create. We require honey, and we can't get that honey without, the bees.
Yeah.
So our bee is 3 parts. Number one, and the first and foremost part is you can actually see the bee. Second part is the hop, which is the body of the bee, okay? So the hop has everything to do with what we do with our draft-style meads. So we'll take a mead and we'll ferment it to a lesser alcohol content, down to 5 to 7%. We'll take that, we'll carbonate it, we'll hop it, we'll put berries in it, we'll put fruits in it, we'll put herbs and spices, jalapenos. Carbonate that, put it on draft at 5 to 7%, and that's a beer-style mead. So that's the body of the bee is a hop, which kind of represents our line of of our draft meads. The wings of the bees aren't actually wings; they're fruit leaves. So we use a lot of fruit in our product. And for instance, one thing that I brought today, and we'll talk about that. But since we're talking about fruit, we have got a. Dick, can you see that? Can you see that? Is that sexy? You like that? So this is our triple berry mead. Our triple berry mead. This particular batch has 400 pounds of blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries fermented inside the mead.
So what would that equate to per cup?
Well, it equates to, I don't know, it equates to 5 pounds per gallon of 5 pounds of fruit per gallon of product. So you can do the math past that. I'm not good with
the math
quick
past
math.
that?
Yeah, I'm like 2 + 2 is 6. That's about as far
That's
as I can.
128 ounces, right? In a gallon?
He's
right?
asking me. He's still asking me to
Yes,
do math.
that's correct.
Right?
That's right.
That's right?
That is right.
Okay.
You didn't tell me this was Math Jeopardy, son.
It's
I didn't know
Math
this.
Jeopardy.
When you have Taylor on here, we'll have something that
Who knows
Out of
where
the
we're
box.
gonna go?
exactly.
Who knows?
I don't know.
Yeah,
I'm not sure. So there's 80 ounces of berries and 128 ounces of... Ooh.
yeah. Let's go with that.
That's mostly berries.
Let's go with that. Let's go with that.
Mostly berry.
Yeah.
Would you like to taste the berries?
No,
You know you have to try it, right?
I don't.
Come on.
I don't.
Why?
What's going on?
Why are you trying to tempt him?
It helps with the pain.
This is a bad influence.
Are we supposed to whisper now?
They told me I'm not supposed to be drinking with my medications.
Well, I'm not gonna say nothing.
This is the whispering part of the show, isn't it?
It is.
Okay.
I like to whisper in part of the show. This is a lot of fun.
So yeah, let me explain what we've got. So, San picked up something. He goes, "Ooh, that smells good. I can smell that from here." Well, San, what does it smell like? Alcohol.
Alcohol.
Which is there anything, as long as it's got alcohol in it. So I've got a cup that says tea. Okay?
For Taylor.
For Taylor. This is Taylor's specialized cup. This is our traditional dry mead. There's nothing in this other than honey, water, and yeast. This is where everything starts. This is our base. And I didn't know Taylor was going to be joining us, or I didn't know I was going to be joining you and Taylor, so I only brought 2 cups.
That's okay.
That's Taylor.
No, this is all.
I had it already.
No, it's okay.
Paper, rock, scissors?
No, I can't. I legitimately cannot.
You'll have to explain.
You want
Dick,
some?
you got a cup over there?
Would you like to try
Come on,
some?
man.
Come on.
Be a man. Be a man. If we all just look at him and say, "Be a man," you think the pressure will just be too much for him to bear? No. Okay. He's tough. He's like a rock. So this is our traditional mead. Again, it's honey, water, yeast. Nothing more, nothing less. No additional additives. This is the purest form of mead that there is. That's, again, honey, water, yeast. Now, as soon as you add adjuncts into that, then it completely turns into something else and can be anything that really you can think of.
So you first have to start with this.
Yes. Yeah. I mean, well, we don't have to start with that. A lot of our stuff is this is a base for where we start, but our fermentation process varies. So we can ferment a large batch of traditional, right?
Okay.
And then we can put berries in it or put herbs and spices and what have you. Or instead of letting the honey and the water yeast ferment out and then put in adjuncts, we could put we can put berries up front during the initial phase of fermentation, and what that does, it actually changes the flavor and the outcome of the actual fermented product. So you know that fruit has sugars, right?
Yeah.
Those are fermentable sugars. So if you were to add berries into a mead after the fermentation is complete, then you're really going to get a lot more of that berry forward, berry in your face taste, much like the triple berry here.
I want to try that one.
If you ferment, if you put the berries in the fermentation, well, you're going to ferment a lot of those sugars that give you that flavor out from it. I mean, you'll still taste it, but it won't be in your face berries.
Okay.
Ooh, I
So,
want the in your face berry.
This
So-
is the in your face berry. And we're going to get there. So what we're going to do is that's the traditional, and let's go with the VA next. That's
so-
the one that you were smelling.
fermentation, 14 days.
Okay, so initial fermentation depends upon happiness of the yeast, right? So honey has no natural nutrients that yeast thrive off of, whereas grapes have natural nutrients that they get from growth from the tree, from the trunk, from the vine. All fruits have natural nutrients, but there's no great deal of natural nutrients in honey. So in order to keep the yeast happy, remember the yeast thrive off of nutrients. So in order to keep the yeast happy, we have to add nutrients into the fermentation process throughout the first 3 or 4 days. So to answer your question, given a happy yeast environment, given proper conditions, temperature, amounts of sugar, amounts of nutrients, this will ferment in 14 days, completely dry. It will go from 0 alcohol to the yeast that we use for this, and it'll go from 0 alcohol to 12% alcohol in 14 days.
Wow.
Yeah. Now, it's not done after that.
It's not.
It's not.
But you can use that as the tradition.
Yeah, you can use that as the traditional, but after it's done fermenting, what you have is you have a whole lot of things suspended in the solution. You have dead yeast cells. You have unfermented sugars in there. You have what's called a total dissolved solids, right? So you have a lot of particles floating around in there. You also have a lot of carbon dioxide because there's 2 things that happens during fermentation. You put the yeast in, right? The yeast start eating sugars. There's 2 byproducts from that, and that's carbon dioxide and honey, or honey. Carbon dioxide and alcohol. Those are your 2 byproducts. Well, the carbon dioxide takes a while to gas out, and you want that. Otherwise, as soon as you taste this when it's done fermenting, it'll taste sweeter because of the unfermented sugars that could still be in there, and it tastes extremely carbonated from the fizz and the bubbles that is because of the CO2 still suspended in solution. So it ferments after about 14 days, but to get it to this quality right here, to this stage, this is about 4 months old.
That was very smooth. I didn't feel no carbonation or nothing.
No, there's none. Do you taste a bit of a tingle on the back?
I do.
A small scratch. So that's the acidity in the honey. The honey, believe it or not, is acidic. You take honey and you drop it on a concrete floor. Maybe people don't want to hear this, right? But that's the natural fact about honey. It's highly acidic, and it will eat through paint on concrete, and it will start to dissolve the concrete. So it's highly acidic. So that's and there's different styles and types of honey. That some are more acidic, some are less acidic, some are more sweet, some's less sweet, some have a higher specific gravity, some have a lower. It has everything to do with the bees and where they're collecting the nectar.
And it's all local honey, right?
This is all local honey, which we get from Reed Honey Farm in Montgomery, Texas.
Will this help with allergy?
Absolutely, yeah. So local allergy.
look
So
at
drink
that.
mead. This is not a statement from the FDA or any of my legal counsel or team.
So it does help with allergy. That was very smooth. That's not that strong, but it's very smooth. No carbonation, no nothing. Easy to drink. It seems like it's very easy to. You can make it at home.
Absolutely. We started this at home. And what we're doing over here is at 225 Simonton at www.fermmeadery.com. What we're doing over here is there's nothing different than what we've done at home other than the fact we're going from 5 gallons to 250 gallons. Everything is linear as far as what we do especially with the traditional. The only difference is with our commercial equipment over here, we can do everything in an oxygenless society, oxygenless environment, which oxygen is one of the biggest detriments to mead and wine after it's finished fermenting.
That's the exact same thing Seth said.
Yeah.
Was oxygen.
Yeah.
That's the biggest thing.
Oxygen's bad. Oxygen's bad. Whenever you have a mead, and you know, it's funny because what happens is it starts to oxidize. And the oxygen gets in there and starts to do its bad little things, and it does what's called oxidizing the product. And it starts to take on a flavor of wet cardboard, sometimes more of a kind of a nutty flavor. Now you think nutty, and that's not bad in some instances. And whereas that flavor, if you let it oxidize a little bit, can actually enhance and be part of the sold product. You know, it's like, drink mead with nutty flavor, or drink mead that we accidentally let oxidize. So you rebrand it and sell it as a nutty mead. Yeah, not that we've done that yet, but I'm sure that it'll be there.
That's in the works. That's in the works.
It's in the works. Yeah, or nutty mead.
There you go.
Yeah.
So the next one we had is VA. What's
the next one that we have is VA. So the VA is our traditional base. Okay.
Okay.
And what we've done with the VA, that's called Vanilla Oak, or that is our Van Oak series.
Van Oak.
Van Oak. Again, that is 100% dry, no residual sugars, no added sugars. When I say sugars, I mean honey. So no honey added back into it for back sweetening. But what we did do is we put just under a half pound of Madagascar vanilla beans. I mean, the good, expensive kind, not the ones from Costco or Sam's or Valero. So a little under half pounds, which is about 80 vanilla beans, by the way, all sliced and put into a strainer bag and let float all in the mead. They're having a mead bath. And we've got spiral staves of medium toast American oak, which is still currently in the product. So we're allowing it to oak even more. So your vanilla is going to get you here, pour me a little bit of that. Man, don't be stingy. It's mine. I brought it. Don't save Dick any. Actually, Dick gets all the leftover bigger sections or bigger portions of it. So the vanilla.
Can you taste the vanilla?
Okay, I mean, let me explain that for those that are watching Son and going, why is he doing that? So as soon as you taste this, the vanilla hits you, okay? And mind you, we took the vanilla out on day 4. We only had the vanilla soaking in there for 4 days, and that vanilla just ramped up and ramped up and ramped up, and it was like in-your-face vanilla. So we decided to pull it. And whenever you pull it, you leave the oak still in there, right? So the vanilla starts to come down, and the oak starts to blend and kind of make everything work together. So you taste that vanilla, but the end, you're doing that. That's the tannins in the oak. So it's dry, almost kind of a cottony on the end, making your mouth dry, making you want to drink more. That is the oak. So that's what the tannins do.
That's what brings people for more, huh?
That's right. That's
the
right.
whole point.
I'm dry. I need some
Hit
more.
me.
Yeah.
One more time. You sure you don't want to try any?
I'm sure.
Dick? Okay, don't be yelling at me.
No, he's getting kind
He's
of testy.
very angry today.
Very testy. Very testy.
testy.
Very testy. Very testy.
Okay.
Testy. We're back to the whisper part of the show. Back to the whisper. I can do the whisper part
So,
of the show.
Mike,
Yes, sir.
Mead, your current profession, what made you move from what you're doing? Have you been doing this all your life? What made you start doing mead?
Actually, I watched a YouTube video about 6 weeks ago, and I said, I can do that.
That's a darn lie.
Yeah.
Because you said it takes 4 months.
I know.
Called out yet again. I can't lie on a radio show or even an internet video.
You have to wait
radio
until
type
people
thing.
have had more mead.
Right, true. Okay. Can we do this tomorrow when I can be better prepared to get you guys a little soused before I start lying?
Tomorrow
to
there's
you?
a soft opening. We'll talk about that later.
Okay, cool. We will.
Actually, today
So-
is a soft opening.
Well,
not
it's
today.
tomorrow. It's
It
tomorrow.
is Friday today.
Yes, that's right.
Hey,
today.
everybody! Today is
Hey, by the way, what time is it tomorrow?
Tomorrow, you'll be open.
No. What time is this show on tomorrow?
Oh, we're on
what
right
time
now.
is this show on today?
You started it, so.
Hey, Friday.
No, I'm just
noon
joking, guys.
every
We
day.
are live. We are live.
We're going right now.
Right now, in a couple hours,
After
we're
this,
going to
we
head
gotta
over
get
to
back
the
into the
Ferm
time
Meadery
machine.
at www.fermmeadery.com, 225 Simonton Street.
Just remember that. Soft opening tonight.
Yep.
What time?
We are actually asking for people because we don't know what the heck we're doing over there, right? So we're trying to control the waves and thousands of people that's going to be coming in and flocking in.
Thousands.
In about an hour. We're asking for people to sign up for tours and tastings.
It starts at 1
For you, yeah.
or 2?
No, as soon as the show's over in an hour, it's 2
So at
o'clock, right?
2 o'clock?
2 o'clock.
And
Yes.
then
Yes.
the
Did I do that
the
right?
soft
Yes, you
opening.
did.
The soft opening's at 2.
No, soft opening is actually at 4.
So can we line up?
Anybody can come. Anybody can come. But what we're asking you to do is go to our website at www.thefermmeadery.com and sign up for
FERM.
FE. Yes, we're not an FIRM. We do not give legal advice. If we do, I mean, we don't charge for it. So,
Firm as in fermenting.
as in fermentation. Yes,
Fermentation.
FERM. Thank you for pointing that out, Sam. I appreciate that.
Hey, no problem.
Yeah. So, yeah, we're asking people to go online and sign up for tours and tastings, and we're doing that Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And here's the primary reason for that is all of the stuff that you're tasting right now is still in tanks from 200 gallons to 85 gallons. We have none of this in bottles. And why, you might ask?
Why?
didn't.
Oh, I'm glad you asked. So why do we not have any of this in bottles? Because we're still awaiting, although we've had our license from TTB and TABC for a while now, we're still awaiting final approval for labels on how we fancifully name our product, right? And there has to be what's called a statement of composition, meaning truth in advertising. So once we get that back from the federal government, from the TTB,
I don't know. It might not come through.
I know it's well they
You said 6 weeks, and it
I
was
did.
that
did.
was a fib.
yeah it was.
Damn, they're dropping the ball.
I know.
Yeah.
Damn,
So
feds.
yeah, come on, feds, let's go, move it. I'm not
Faster.
doing anything, working from home and all in your pajamas.
Exactly.
That's a fun time.
It is. So yeah, so we're hoping to have. I mean, it's very simple things that has to be fixed on our side. Is how we call things. You know, the federal government has a certain way of whether we call it ginger mead or mead with ginger.
Why?
Okay, how much time do we have for the show? Because you really don't want me to go into.
I
the
kind
why
of want to
this.
know, but we can talk
Yeah.
after that. Let's
Yeah.
get back to that whole
Let's get back to the
original
meat.
question.
So yeah, so yes, we are open. Anyone can come in, but we're highly advising that you do sign up for a tour and a tasting, so that
and where is that again? Where can you sign
we
up
don't
for
get
that again?
overwhelmed at www.thefermmeadery. That's FERM Meadery.com.
How do you spell meadery?
MEADERY.
.com.
Yeah, Taylor.
It's almost like I won a spelling bee contest, right? B. I said B.
Why is it a B again, son?
Yeah,
because it's from honey. Honey's the base.
that's right. Honey is the
That's
primary
right.
fermentable sugar, and I really do have a feeling that Dick's going to start throwing out some of those buzzers or things whenever we have bad jokes. Or I'm sure he's got some.
Did you laugh at that one?
He's laughing.
Inside. You know what?
Inside.
If Dick
So-
Dick has a.
I keep calling him Nick, but his name is not Nick.
It's not Nick. It's Nicholas.
Nicholas.
He doesn't like it when you shorten his name.
But it's Dick, so would it be Dickless? We should probably move on.
So,
should
so there was this question that we didn't answer. When did you start with mead?
Oh,
How
yeah.
did you get into that from what you were doing
All right.
before?
So, yes, my wife and I have been hobby winemakers from kits. You know, you order a kit online. It's got this jug or bag. It's got juice and yeast. It says sprinkle yeast and juice and wait 3 months. And we're like, no,
drink this.
we want to do it now. So what did we do? We made our first kit and we sit there and stared at it. We're like, this is boring. Let's make another one. So we make another one. And we let it go and go, this is still boring. Let's make another one. So the idea was that one kit would finish, and then we'd get it all done, get it all bottled, and boom, another kit was finished, and then another kit was finished, and another kit, and it got totally out of hand. There were times where there was no room in the kitchen for us to, make a sandwich. I mean, it was nuts. But we stayed well within the legal limits of Texas and TTB guidelines, which is 200 gallons per household per year. We stayed well underneath that.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just throwing out that legal statement.
Just so
there.
you know, that's the guideline that you have to follow.
You must follow.
Must follow.
that. Yes.
So was it
and we did.
199?
Actually, 198.7, I think it was.
To be
Yeah.
specific.
Yeah, to be. I don't want to be specific, but I mean, if I
Well,
have
I mean,
to,
it's
I will.
important
Yeah.
that you weigh it all out.
Yeah, it is. We need to know where everything's going. So we started making wine, and my wife and I were. I was on a business trip in Atlanta, so I took Kathy with me, and I have some friends from the Savannah area, and they said you've got to go by the Savannah Bee Company, and I was like, what is that? They're like, oh, it's this place. They sell honey, and they have tons of different types of honey. I was like, cool. I like honey. Do you mean they have wildflower and clover? And they're like, dude, there's more than just wildflower and clover honey. I'm like, mind blown. Really? So we went to the Savannah Bee Company and got honey tastings from meadow foam to star thistle to fireweed to mesquite, all sorts of types of honey that I had no idea was out there. And a lady looked at me that was serving it. She goes, hey, have you guys ever had mead? And I, like San, went, meat? You got meat here? You mean you rub honey on your meat?
We can
That's
have
for another
barbecue
show.
and honey?
For another show. Why is it there's a wind? Anyways, buzzer's about to come up. So I said, what is mead? She said, well, it's fermented honey. I was like, fermented? It's got alcohol in it? She goes, yeah. I said, yeah, sign me up. Where do we go? So she took us over this counter. Kathy and I fell in love with it. And we said, all right, we'd like 3 bottles of this, 2 bottles of that. She goes, are you taking it with you? I was like, no, we want you to ship it to us. She goes, oh, well, we can't ship because of Georgia laws. And we couldn't take it with us because we were flying. So we were quite bummed. And we get home, we're like, man, we really like that mead. And we're like, hey, we make honey. How hard could it be? So we Googled how to make mead, and that's where it started about 7 years ago. 6-7 years ago.
So you were making honey?
We were making wine.
You're making wine?
We were making wine.
Okay.
Right, yeah. Making wine at home. Fell in love with mead. And we have a question in the back.
There's a question back there. Hey.
Yes.
Answer?
Where?
Dick was raising his hand.
I got one more question
Yeah.
before we get out of this. So,
What?
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 I know.
No question. Go to the next
No,
one.
I have a question.
Okay.
We
No.
got the soft opening tomorrow.
Don't shut me down.
Soft opening today.
Wait, no, we've got to go through. Okay, so
Exactly.
G.
Go through
G.
the G is for what?
G. G is for ginger.
Ginger.
G is also for goodness.
What is it?
This-
Should it be a G
I'm gonna
though,
tell you.
or should it be an MG? Mead with ginger.
Mead
Hey,
with
all I know
ginger.
is that
We'll
all this-
let you know tomorrow when
Ah.
when the federal government gets back with us on the label change.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
This will all be mixed for Dick.
If I get disappointed, I
And
know
make a new
that I need to
flavor.
call the feds.
Oh, it's like a what do you call those things when you go into the store and you take you get every one of the Coke, the Dr. Pepper, the Sprite, the Pibb.
I don't know what they call those.
Oh, what do
The
you call
vending
that?
machine.
No, you remember in
So
high
Coke
school we
vending.
did, what do they call that, Dick? Come on, what do they call that?
What do you mean? What do you mean?
Suicide.
A suicide.
A suicide.
Oh!
Yes, suicide.
This is my favorite.
You like the ginger?
I love ginger.
Okay. You know what ginger goes well with? If you know anybody that maybe Asian food. You know anyone?
I do.
Yeah.
I think I know a couple people.
Ginger, sushi.
Ooh, sushi, fish. Yeah,
Yeah.
absolutely.
Right.
This is really good. This is my
Yeah.
favorite.
Ginger is. I found that during the limited amount of tastings that we've done for private individuals, private tastings, the ginger is either one of those gotta love it or I
It's
don't
not
like
for
it.
me.
Because ginger is one of those things where it's a love hate thing. I've never found anybody in the middle. It's like, yeah, I think it's okay. It's either a love it or hate it. But the vast majority have loved it.
I love it. I love it.
Son loves it. Sparkle one up for Son.
Maybe just because
Cheers.
I'm Asian.
It might be.
It could be. Wait, what? You're what?
I'm Mexican.
¿Qué?
Okay?
¿Tú hablas español?
No.
Nein?
No.
Kannst du ein bisschen Deutsch sprechen? Ich habe in
now
Deutschland
you
gewohnt in
making up
9
stuff like last week
Yeah.
again. I'm like, this guy's speaking German. I'm like, where does it come
Jawohl.
from? But my favorite, what's the last one?
Last one is our triple berry. This
Is that
one I was
anything
talking
like Triple
about.
Berry Captain Crunch?
All right, so there goes our fermentable secret. There's Captain Crunch in here.
I knew it.
Is it really?
No, there's not. Not at all. So this was the one I was telling you about. This got 400 pounds of blackberries, blueberries, and raspberries. So it's going to, any of the sweetness that you taste on this is all sugars from the berries. It's nothing back sweetened about this with honey. It's all sweetness from the berries in the mead. The tartness that you taste, tell me what berry sticks on your palate at the end? No, not the snozberry.
I can't tell.
Okay.
What berry?
A lot of people say the raspberry. The raspberry is a little bit more acidic and tart than the blackberry, and especially the blueberry.
It is.
But you've got your blueberry, which is sitting off in the corner going, hey, guys, I want to play. It's still back there. You know it's there, but it's in the corner. And the blackberry is like, no, you stay in the corner. And
It's
the
like-
raspberry is like, no, blackberry, I'm going to kick your butt. You know, I got this is my show. So they're all there, but the raspberry is the one that kind of steps forward and takes charge.
Dang. These two are my favorite right here. First
Yeah, that's
and second.
Actually, the raspberry is Brad's favorite, and to be honest,
right
I
here?
left him over there, and he's probably I got 200 gallons in this.
He's probably still
probably
here.
got it down to about 150 now.
Probably. I
Yeah.
believe that.
Probably swimming in there. But this right here, no.
Okay.
Not
They're
my
still
cup of tea.
great.
They're still good,
Yeah.
but not for me. These two right here, I love ginger, and this is amazing.
Yeah,
So, hey, thank you, Mike, for actually
you're
coming
welcome,
on.
Mike.
Thank you.
Any
When
last
is your
word?
soft opening again?
Soft opening is today at 4 p.m.
He's
Today
highly-
at 4 p.m.
Highly recommend it, you guys. Please go visit the website.
Which is
Sign up for a tour.
www.themeadery.com.
Wrong.
Oh my gosh.
Stop. You're still injured.
Oh.
It is www.ferm
Meadery.com. See, it's a medication. It's a good thing he didn't drink any of this stuff.
Mike Grape,
Meadery.
owner and
The Meadery.
operator of
Operator.
the Meadery.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Cheers.